This episode of The Valley Flight is brought to you by Mayday Creative. If you're a business owner looking to grow your brand through high-impact content, whether it's product videos, social campaigns, or full-blown ads, our team is here to help you. Just open the description of this video and click Schedule a Call. Now, let's get into this episode. Welcome to The Valley Flight with Mayday Creative. We're out here at Machia Winery with our very first guest ever. She's the CEO of the Builders Exchange of San Joaquin, Shannon Hurles.
That's right.
I got
Shannon Hurles. Good job.
Yeah. So how are you doing?
Doing good. Just here hanging out with you guys. I don't think there's any other place I would be on a Saturday. I almost said Saturday. It's Tuesday because they said Friday. Oh, wow. But any other place I'd rather be on a Tuesday.
I love that.
How was that train earlier?
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh. Don't go Wilson Way and whatever that side road is. I thought I would be sneaky, hop onto 99 right there. Yeah. Negative Ghost Rider. It was a 40-minute wait.
That's crazy.
And I was stuck.
Yeah.
It was like wearing a turtleneck. Like, you know, when your mom put you in those turtlenecks and you're like, oh.
Oh, yeah.
But thank you for your grace and allowance of that delay that we had.
Thank you again for coming out.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Love
you guys are awesome.
What do we got here?
We've got a tasting of all of Machia's wines. So
we already had the rosé off camera.
Yeah, we did. Could not wait. This is Tremendous. We're on number 2. So we're on Tremendous, which
tell me about Tremendous a little bit there.
I don't know anything about
Tremendous. It'll say.
Oh, it does. You're right. You're right. Let me tell you then.
Tremendous.
This Tremendous wine, needs very little aging, but can cellar for up to 10 years. I just learned how to read. I don't know if you guys knew that. It's usually characterized as having smoky, earthy notes or earthen notes, I guess, and a light, spicy complexity. So,
what kind of wine is it?
What are we drinking here?
I don't know.
Is it a Zin?
It just says, maybe you know how to say that word. It's right there. Turlego.
Oh.
Pterodactyl.
That word. Pterodactyl.
Delicious pterodactyl.
I am from Wyoming, so.
What do they drink there?
Big wine country out
whiskey,
there in Wyoming.
Mainly, beer.
Oil?
Yeah. A lot of oil.
Yeah,
absolutely.
There you go. I think there's some highs and lows there.
Mm-hmm. Cool. So, tell us a little bit about where you're from, your upbringing. I'd love to hear about that.
It's kind of all over the place. It goes with my entrepreneurness and wanting to recreate and create. I was almost born in Nigeria, so I didn't include that the first go around.
We're gonna have to stop there for just a second.
How do you almost get born in Nigeria?
Yes.
My dad tried out for the Olympics and he did not make it. So they contracted with him to train the Nigerians for marathon running. So my parents moved to Nigeria with my brother, who was a baby at the time. My dad went over first, and then my mom went over with my brother. And then magical things happened in Nigeria, and I was almost dual citizenship. And at the last moment, there were some issues with the papers and whatever. So my mom just said, well, I'm not going to deal with this. At the time, I think she was like almost 8 months pregnant too.
Wow.
And she hopped on a plane with my brother at 16 months and very pregnant with me. And I was a big baby. And so she went back to Maine. They sold everything. They met in Los Altos at Foothill College. He was a coach there for the runners at the junior college where I attended and they attended. And so they went back to Maine where my grandparents had a ranch, a farm. And so, then she was convinced she was never going to have me because I was a month late. But I'm here and 49 tomorrow. So that's super exciting.
Happy early birthday.
Yeah, and we celebrated all month. So don't you worry, people. I'm around for lunch dates. So I was born in Maine, and then soon after my dad came back from Nigeria, we went back to Northern California and grew up out there, and then went to school in Santa Barbara and moved up here and have stayed in San Joaquin County for 20 plus years now in Calaveras, but just loving it. I wouldn't be any other place.
That's
So
great.
yeah. And
Wow.
then business wise, I've been blessed to own a construction company with my husband. A lot of tears and hard work. I don't think anyone really ever thinks let's start a construction company. And it's easy, but I will say that we've earned every stripe that we wear. And being blessed with the opportunity of the exchange, their last executive director had asked me to apply. And just being in this position, now the CEO, and being able to lead us through our trades day and our women in construction with our amazing other events. We're super popular for our crab feed. We have an annual crab feed, about 1,200 people in Lodi. It's a great time. It's a great holiday time. It's just a lot of business development. You're with these people in different situations, not always the best situations in 100-degree weather and, on top of each other in the trades. But there you can, either you're at golf and you got a polo on and you can pull out your golf clubs and have a good time, or you're at the crab feed, cracking crab. But it just gives the nice opportunity, the full circle of the construction industry.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So were you guys a part of the Builders Exchange before you became CEO, right?
Yes, I was a huge believer in the exchange. Starting our company, we were a small company. We utilized the insurance. We were utilizing the HR. We were utilizing the prevailing wage classes, skilled and trained. So we were thick in it. We were getting our plans printed from the exchange. But I was a huge promoter. We would be out at job sites, and I couldn't believe people hadn't heard about it, or they had heard about it and they were just as thrilled as I was. But just the unity and the reassurance that they were ahead of the game to help you out and navigate as a new company and an established company within that field of the construction industry.
Yeah.
So as a business owner, like, what about this exchange kind of drew you guys? Because there's a lot of exchanges out there.
So they typically, as the exchanges, we honor our other fellow exchanges and encourage them to stay within their area for the plan room, but they're more than welcome to be an associate. That they all have different levels of membership or names of memberships, and they can always attend the events. And I encourage that when I am out and about. Like, I'll be in San Francisco or Tahoe or Modesto, and I'm like, have you heard of Valley Builders, or have you had of SRBX, or encouraging them to be involved with their local exchange within their plan room membership. And then they're always welcome to be an associate or, like I said, different membership levels depending on the exchanges. But we joined the Builders Exchange of Stockton at the time, now Builders Exchange of San Joaquin, and purely because the plan room. We've lived and thrived off of the plan room for our jobs for JRH General Engineering. So that's why.
Amazing. Yeah.
So
Wow.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Here we go. I want
not even a half of a glass in.
No, not at all. Just be natural, everybody. Just be natural. I did want to ask, because maybe, hopefully more and more people will see this podcast and the future ones that we're going to be producing. And the focus is to get to know you better and what you're doing. You're also in charge of the Builders Exchange now. And so I was just curious, for people who don't know, like, maybe this is the time to make your pitch. Like, what do exchanges bring to companies in the trade space?
So definitely, if you're a public work contractor or you're a contractor looking to be better involved within your local area. And again, it's a plan room that covers the state of California, and we put in the jobs for our local counties. But you have everybody looking at that plan room in the state of California. So for you to be able to see the jobs that go out there, whether you're a GC, whether you're receiving the jobs from the owners, or you're receiving the jobs from the plan room, you're a sub looking to get into public works or to get in with a GC. There's just so many avenues and pathways through the exchange, just the plan room platform, where you haven't even had to wear a shirt and shake their hands or hand them a business card. And you could see the jobs that go out there as a supplier, as a underground, let's say Iconics or Pace, Ferguson, any local underground utility company. You go out there, you see the jobs that are out to bid, you get your material list ready, and then you go after the subs or the GCs, depending on if they're self-performing or they're subbing out. It's like a map, and you can navigate it however you want. You're going to get what you put out, you're going to get what you put into it, by either developing this relationship just with the online platform and then getting to know them, going to the events, going to the educational series, making that reach, asking them to go to coffee or to lunch, or, you will develop these relationships that are long lasting through the exchange. But to navigate the compliancy of running a business within your niche of construction is what we offer. And we want to know what people want. Like we have said, let us know what you want for your tailgates. Let us know what's coming up. Any of your concerns, any issues that we can tackle, any safety classes that you need. We do try to complement the industry. It's typically really busy during the summer. So we beef up our trainings in the winter and fall, or early, in the new year when it's a little bit slower, because summer's really hard to get in. But just really finding the niche of what does every member need, because every member's needs are going to be completely different than each other. But just that unity within that niche of the construction industry, you just can't miss it with us. We're there, and it's been so great. We have so many loyal members that have just long membership anniversaries, and we are so thankful for that, because whether they're diving into the plan room or they're utilizing any of the direct services, they've been around. They can tell a story, that the new ones can be encouraged, and it's neat when a new member comes in and a new company that they've just started, they just got their license, and I look at them and I know exactly what they're going through. And that is neat that I have that capability with starting a construction company, the highs and lows. And it's just encouraging, and we've had some people join, and it's hard for them to navigate the plan room just because of their time. It's a mom and a pop. So we just try to encourage that they reach out to us or let us know, and we'll reach out to you and make sure we set up any trainings for the plan room. We can navigate it to your industry, the area that you want to work in. So there's a lot of wiggle room. We just need to know. And, it's a lot of moving parts in that industry.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah,
definitely good? Give that a taste there. That's great.
I'm like butterfly. I started laughing like you.
You guys got to catch up to me over here. I've just been quiet and
He's
drinking
like,
my wine.
try that. Hurry up and try it. What's wrong with you people? There's going to be like little hands.
Yeah. Turn this into a drinking game. There's a buzzword that.
Oh yeah. That's a good idea.
Blueprint.
Yeah. Every time you say plan room, we have to drink. No, just kidding. So you went from being. You're probably still a major part of your construction company, but I'm assuming that your life shifted pretty dramatically when you became CEO. So I'm curious to hear a little bit about your journey in that transition and just what that's been like for you.
Yeah, I'll never forget the phone call that Renee, she was the executive director at the time, when she was moving, and she called, and my husband and I were in the dually hauling equipment, probably on 0 sleep, 0 food, no potty breaks. And she said, "Hey, are you still in school?" And I'm like, "Well, yeah, but I kind of took a break through COVID. I was doing UC Davis construction management." And she said, "So, would you ever think about leaving your company?" And I'm like, "Oh, what do you mean leaving my company?" Like, Josh is listening going, hang up that phone. And she's like, "I'm thinking of leaving the exchange due to the fact that we're moving. We're going to move to Arizona."
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Well, golly, let me see," and so we get off the phone, and Josh's eyes are like, bigger, because he's like conformed me into his perfect assistant. Like, I hate Androids, and I knew exactly how to operate that stupid phone, and he still doesn't know how to operate my Apple phone. But we had our groove. I will tell you, through running a business with a partner, let alone your husband, with a small amount of money. I mean, we literally bought our first truck at the auction for $2,000, and we thought we broke the bank. Like, we couldn't believe it. Wow. But we just did it. We charged. And, but there was something missing for me in the position of the company. I didn't want anyone to tell me that I didn't know what I was doing. So I really submersed myself in the industry. But being a woman in the industry and being in the shadow of your husband, that is amazing. I mean, if you're talking about underground master, this guy, there's no problem that will not be solved by Joshua Hurles, let me tell you. Now, finding the laundry basket or packing his lunch or remembering to go pee is a whole nother subject. But he can make magical things happen. So it did. I mean, it definitely was like, wow, we're not in a porta potty. Like there's a kitchen and there's a restroom. So that was a big thing because that's something you definitely learn to adapt is porta potties in the heat of the summer.
Fantastic.
And taco trucks. So let me just say, there was a part that was missing, the go-go, the constant change. You would be on job sites for quite some time, but still it was just a constant change to now diving into my capabilities with networking and who I knew and who I wanted to know and how much I believed in the exchange to actually put that into a profession. So that was super cool. I really didn't know what I was diving into, and I'll be honest with you. And that's where some of my board members at the time literally told me, this is your sandbox. Like, we know you're going to run this like a business and we have full faith in you. Like, go, do it. And it's been amazing.
Yeah.
100 years. I mean, we looking good, Botox. Maybe another 100 more. Let's go.
Yeah.
Now, were there any challenges being a woman coming into the construction space, whether in your own company or maybe even with the exchange, as running a big ship that has a lot of members and a lot of moving parts?
Definitely. It's a good weight, but there's you carry weight. You're carrying an organization, navigating after COVID, just reaching out to people had changed, and selling something that you truly believe in, but you're selling it. So they're looking at you going, well, you're a salesperson. You're just going to sell it because that's your job. Well, no, I actually truly believe in it. Like, this is my jam. Yeah. And I want to make it better. So I need you to tell me what you need. And you need to tell me right now. And, men, they love to communicate, of course. They're like, yay, I can't wait till you talk to me, crazy lady. It definitely had some challenges. It's a male dominant board. We're working into giving that a mix just because the industries, you want to have those industries represented. We want to keep those future board members engaged. They have no idea sometimes who they are. And then the force hits them. That would be me. So we could keep up that energy. I think we need the balance, and I fully respect as a female walking into someone else's industry. And I definitely did not overassert myself, but when I knew something and I felt true in my heart, I stood my ground. Yeah. And I definitely had GCs where I had made comments about an abandoned pipeline, and I'm explaining it to everybody, and there is 10 men standing around this abandoned pipe and not listening. And the owner of the company is standing there looking at them, and he gave them time, and then finally he's like, you know what, Shannon answered you guys 20 minutes ago, but you just overrode her. And even with conversations that I have now, I mean, with the exchange, like, I've delved into these topics, I've delved into what might work. We don't know until we try what could work, what might not work. And it is hard to navigate because I think people just have to respect that. And I don't know how some people you can just win and they get it and they give you that space. Either they're just too busy and they've got too much going on and they're like, whoa, we hired you, just do your jam. Yeah. And then you just get your challenges. Definitely challenges within both jobs as a female and holding yourself high. And then just the balance of being a mom. I was home for 10 years. And not to say that I wasn't bored at times. I was very busy. Took those kids everywhere. I was known all over, Nene. And, but it's just, it's just constantly reminding myself that it's all timing and I'm here for a reason. And I do feel qualified within my position at the exchange because of my construction industry, and then it's just delving in deeper and in using my predecessors and chambers and other associations to really navigate and learn from.
And I think as you're talking, a huge part of that is not being things, like, it's so easy to get into like a routine and the swing of things. And when you find something that works, even when it stops working, somehow you kind of think, oh, maybe I just keep doing this because it worked one time, like it's got to work again. But that's not always the case. And you really do have to be flexible. And it takes a certain amount of courage to break your routines and break down the things that you've been doing over and over for years.
Well, and I don't just have one boss.
Exactly. Yeah.
I have 12 plus bosses and an association.
Yeah.
And A, being a female and a male dominated, how do you reach your audience where they understand you? So
exactly.
Yeah, it's definitely, you have to be flexible, and I don't even know if you have to be secure within yourself, but then you just have to be secure as you won't know until you try.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I don't look at it as a failure because we wouldn't know until we didn't try.
Exactly. Yeah. I love those. Like, they're not really memes; they're just pictures because they're encouraging. Like the only failure is not continuing.
Yeah. If I had $1 for every time I was told that it never happened or they never did it like that, I'd be a millionaire.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Cheers to that.
Yes.
What are we drinking now?
That's a great question. I don't know if I should read it because of the last time around, but
you don't have to read the description.
We're on Devious. That's number 3.
Devious.
Which
and
is
it is a.
I'll let you read that. You have more experience with wines.
You're the wine educator.
You went to Napa.
That's a Primitivo. I did go to Napa this last winter with my in-laws. Thank you, Peter and Colleen.
Nice plug.
Yeah.
Don't forget me at Christmas.
Yeah. Peter, got to get you on the podcast. Yeah, that was an experience. Napa is a whole different, I'm from Lodi, grew up around wine. I don't come from a drinking family, but
God made wine.
It's just God made wine, and it's in the culture of where we live. It really is. I mean, how
many sites do you see? Like,
yeah,
exactly.
Yeah. And shout out to Makia for letting us host here.
Yeah.
Love the people out here. Love their wine. But Napa's a different animal.
It is definitely, let's just say, beast.
It
St.
is.
Helena, did you guys do the sulfur pools or
no
the hot springs or whatever?
No, we stayed at Silverado, which was pretty nice. We didn't spend much time there. Yeah. Thank you, in-laws. And we hit they're club members at like every place in
that happens when you drink wine.
Yeah, they have their own wine cellar in their house, and they probably have, I would estimate, 600 bottles in their living room, basically.
So they're professionals.
Oh yeah, they're professionals. Which is great because I enjoy wine, but I don't claim to know a lot about it. And to go to a place like Napa, world renowned.
Yes. And people are there for the wine.
Yeah. And I'll be honest, I used to kind of poo-poo people that were like, oh, Napa. Yes. And I was like, we're from Lodi. Like, wine's wine. I know there's different kinds, but like Lodi's got good wine too. But it is different.
I'm sure there's some Lodi wine floating around Napa.
Yeah, there probably is.
Yeah, a couple blends, I'm sure.
Well, Michael David's got his fingers in a lot of people's pies.
American Pie? Band camp.
Something along those lines. Oh my goodness.
This is getting more interesting. I
yes,
like it.
It is. Yeah.
Here we go. Entertainment is key.
Yes.
Yeah, it is key. Yeah. I do have a question actually about women in construction. Remind me, did you actually start that, or?
We just started it.
Yeah.
We just launched it. So as a woman in construction,
it's
been biting at me with not having this committee going and embracing the growth within that industry. And women, when we're doing our trades day and we're at these colleges and I talk as a woman in construction and they could see the images of me on the equipment or out in the field and they just have no idea because you typically find out through your family members. And I'm sure dads aren't going to be like, come on, let's go get that whacker and, compact that trench. So it's just, and then there's office, you could do office stuff, but there's so much stuff out in the field. So just navigating through that and being able to bring that to light and, making it a network. We're like, let's go out and have some fun. business development, training, educational pieces, scholarships.
Mhm.
So I was super pumped. We had our first meeting, and I had over 25 women show up at 4:00 on a Monday. Whether
That's
I
great.
don't know where they're coming from, but they
Yeah.
came and they showed up. And I'm like, okay, it's 5:15. I know you guys all have to go home at some point.
Yeah.
I'll keep you forever. But I mean, the energy that was flowing out of that room,
Mm-hmm.
it took me back. It took my breath away a little bit.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it was really cool. It definitely was like, okay, this is what we need. We
Yeah.
need to do this.
Yeah. What was their those 25 that came that first day? What would you say was the driving, like, kind of their dream for joining a program like this?
Probably majority of them were first generation of women in construction and saw the passion in it and wanted to enlighten fellow women to get into the industry.
Yeah.
Just to navigate through there. Some of them might have been like, well, what am I doing here? Someone told me to come and I'm here. You got cheese and wine, or what do we got here? We enticed them with some treats.
Absolutely.
But just like I left it pretty open. I had an agenda, and we had, again, quite a few women from all different aspects of the construction industries. One of the girls, she started off as a receptionist, and she's worked her way into learning the different aspects. Quite a few were project managers. Our secretary, Rosemary, she's with Cal Water. There's representatives within the union trades, and they have phenomenal training programs that you can go right after you graduate. San Joaquin Partnership, we partner with them with our Trades Day. That's a great program here locally. But just to see the excitement and how they've navigated, there's project managers. There was a lady there, and I would love for her to be a speaker at our first event in March in 2026 for the Women in Construction Week. Because she's a project manager. Actually, scratch that. She might be an engineer. I shouldn't say. I'm not 100% sure. But she was explaining that she wouldn't be able to do what she has done as a mom, as a woman in construction, if it wasn't for her company, her place of employment. Really encouraged her to stay on top of that, be a part of it, did not make her feel guilty when she had to stay home if her kids were sick. Like, she was able to navigate being a mom, I believe, of 3 boys through her industry. And that is something that, I'd love to partner with Lodi House and the different childcare providers within our local area to be able to provide the care. Because I think the biggest hold up that a woman would have, especially out in the field, with the time starting at 3 or 4 in the morning, depending on your commute, was childcare. And you need 3 or 4 backups sometimes where if somebody's sick, so just being able to utilize our local resources along with encouraging them to enter that career choice.
I love that you bring that up, because I think that's definitely a blind spot in society as far as getting women into the trades and to different industries like that. Is that typically society has held much different responsibilities in the household between men and women. And you bring that up, like, okay, mom's gone at 3 a.m. Like, that shakes up like the household. Completely. And so for like what you're doing right now, as far as not only educating the women, but bringing awareness to different companies. And as we're progressing society into everyone having an equal footing into any place of business, I think the awareness that you're bringing, the education that you're bringing, not only to the women, but the companies involved in these industries can make huge leaps forward in allowing people with amazing skills, amazing ideas to come take a great place in their organizations.
Absolutely.
That's
and it might not
awesome.
even be something they're realizing that they're holding themselves back from, like, oh, wow, we're not supporting them to be able to work from home, or, they can do a long day the next day, or, that flexibility, because, we really do want to achieve. We're obviously multitaskers.
Yes.
And think that we can carry the world weight on our
Unlike most
shoulders.
men.
Yeah. One box at a time.
Yeah.
Except with the
you know.
groceries. Then it's like, let's
Then
look
all
at
of
Let's
them.
take them all. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I've been super interested in hearing about it because my sister and I were raised by a single mom, and seeing her, work her butt off, and I never felt like we were in like a rough situation really, and now being a parent, I realize how much work that probably would have taken. And at the same time, like, my wife is a badass as well, and I've learned a ton from her. And so, yeah, like, hearing about this particular committee has been really cool. And I've asked you about it a few times in previous conversations. So I'm excited that this is happening, and really excited to see what you guys do with it in the future. So,
Well, and also, too, I've noticed that some of these companies they're going to be taken over by their daughters.
yeah.
So, get ready. It's changing,
Yeah.
and so why not start them now and get them, as culturally enriched within their organization so they can blossom and encourage them. And I think it does change from a male dominated industry to now, oh my gosh, my daughter is going to become a project engineer, or eventually she's going to take over this company, and I've got to support her.
Yeah.
And I need my team to support her.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on to wine number 4.
Ooh.
Mike, you want to fill us in here?
Wine number 4 is called Oblivious. Is a
I love that word. I wish I could be more
I
oblivious.
love the names of their wines out here. It is a 2022 OVZ, Old Vines Inn, for the non-wine drinkers out there.
I got to be honest, I've lived out here for a long time. I didn't know that that's what that was. OVZ.
Oh yeah.
Thank you for letting me know.
Oh yeah.
We hope you're enjoying this episode of The Valley Flight, brought to you by Mayday Creative. If you've been thinking about video content for your business, but you have no clue where to start, well, video is exactly what we do. We help businesses just like yours tell their story, reach more people, and get real results. Just open the description and tap the link that says book a call. Now, let's get back to the episode.
I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nothing like that with a little sushi, too.
Mm-hmm.
And we got our spot.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, we got to schedule the next lunch.
Yes.
Because I want an excuse to have more
100%.
sushi.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Always looking for that.
Maybe if we do our podcast there next time, they'll feed us, too.
That would be wild.
Yeah.
Hey.
We've got to sample all these rolls.
Yeah. It's for the podcast.
Yeah.
Podcast.
Yeah.
Nigiri only, please. All of it.
Oh my goodness.
Cool. What do you guys think about this?
This is actually really good. I mean, there's no complaints on any of it so far.
Yeah, I've liked all of them.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Anyone want to take a stab at some very wine culture descriptions?
No.
Nope.
Not particularly.
It's
Yeah, right.
You just go.
Yeah.
You were trying to bait us into it, right?
I was.
Weren't you?
I was.
We are not suckers.
It's really oaky.
I knew what you were doing.
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah. Pretty sure.
It's timid with a hidden rage.
Why don't you start? And we'll...
Yeah.
It's oblivious. Is this oblivious?
Yeah, I think so.
It is oblivious.
Right?
Yeah.
That's pretty
It's
good.
a great word when you just don't want to own it. I guess that could be like relax, just be oblivious.
Yeah.
Don't
Yeah.
see it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Absolutely.
This wine is just not in its own head.
It's oblivious.
It's oblivious.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
I don't.
That was deep.
Okay. Sorry, guys. All right.
And this is taking a
Anybody else want to
massive dive off. Oh, my Lord.
We're never going to see that word again the
No,
same.
Goodness gracious. Will you check and make sure that didn't stop recording?
Oh, you guys are funny.
I'm so...
We are still rolling, ladies
Cool.
and gentlemen.
Look
Good.
at the green lines go.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, I feel like we've covered quite a bit, but...
You want to recap?
I don't know.
There's one more thing I want to dive into.
Okay.
On
Yeah.
top of women in construction, which, as we've talked about at length, that is
You want to
fantastic.
phrase that differently?
That's what it's called.
Oh, okay,
Women in
sorry.
construction.
I know.
Correct?
It's just-
All right.
You know.
I see what you did there. You guys also just started a legal education.
Megan, my girl.
Yeah.
So she
Tell us
is
about that.
on one of her last classes. Is this July? 2 more classes. July 10th, which is Thursday, and then August 17th. She is phenomenal. I fell in love with her. Woman in construction, lawyer. She's a woman in lawyer, but I don't know. She has to plug in somewhere. She is a ball of fire. She knows her stuff. She has just in the change that I've seen with my husband, who is super passive.
Mm-hmm.
He thinks he is the boss. She actually recorded him, which is hilarious because I don't think he's ever talked on camera, nor does he like to take photos. But he has his sunglasses on inside, which is hilarious. But he's like, red line, red line, red line.
Should I get shut off?
No, it's good.
Okay. Sorry.
Sorry.
We're all good?
Yeah,
Sorry.
we're good.
Sorry.
Technical difficulty.
No, that one doesn't have a recording limit. But
Oh.
if you want me to check it, I will.
I thought you said it did.
No, this one doesn't.
Oh.
That's why I
You got fancy toys.
switched it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, why don't you ask that question again?
Yeah.
See if it comes out the same.
Yeah.
It won't, but that's okay. So besides
There you go.
women in construction, which we just covered, the Builders Exchange is also offering a new legal what's it called?
Contractional series. So
Yeah.
she's going over, I believe it was the top 7. It was originally the 9, and we were trying to navigate through the summer months for contractors being able to take the time off. But she is a lawyer, and she deals with contracts all the time. So it's the top 7, I believe, strategic ways to deal with these issues that she has to deal with. So they're the top issues that she has to deal with her clients. So she has an amazing way of relating her professionalism to these contracts and explains it so well that the contractors walk away with so much confidence to be able to support their contract. And with the GC, they're usually the main contract holder, and then the subs would have their contract within the GC's contract. So just to offer security and knowledge to the contractors to feel supported when they need to get paid, or they need to be supported by the GC. There's been quite a few times that, we've been out on the job site and we have not been supported as a sub. And it's scary and it's not fun.
Yeah.
So, it just gives you that insurance.
Yeah. I feel like
to have that piece of knowledge.
law related stuff is changing all the time too. Like
it's forever changing.
Yeah. So to be able to have someone come in and teach you that and update you on things like that is like kind of priceless
she's a
in a
ball
lot
of
of ways.
Theory. Like she knows her shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are some, like, from your own company's experience, what are some of the things that a course like this will really help people, some of the pitfalls that it can help them avoid that maybe that you've run into yourself?
Yeah, it's just the outlining of a contract and really focusing on what is going to be at the end goal of getting paid and getting paid on time and correctly for your scope of work.
Yeah.
So just not a concentrated view of your contract versus just like, oh, I'm just going to throw all this stuff in there and they're just going to follow it and they're going to do it. Like there's actual ways that you have to lay it out so you can make sure that it's insurance.
Yes.
And then you have that legal support to support you if you don't get paid. We have had those issues where we've had to hire a lawyer, and knowing the GC has said, oh yeah, we know we owe it. And after, having to retain a lawyer and, and it wasn't that the work wasn't done. The work was done on time. It was done efficiently. It just, there's a money game.
Yeah.
Jeez. Well, that's fascinating for even non-construction, members of the exchange to, I mean, we probably for sure need to take that course.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And there is, yes, it's going over construction contracts, but they're contracts.
They're contracts.
And you want, and it's one of those things, the good old construction world, they want to shake hands. They don't want to deal with liens or contracts or, they want a handshake. They want to just look at each other in the eyes and say, you're going to get the work done. You're going to get the work done. Okay, we're going to get the work done.
Yeah.
Yep. And it's
we've even run into that a few times with a few construction companies who want to do video work, and we want to work with them as well. But every time we bring up a contract for our services, they just like go silent. And then like a few months later, they're like, hey, we want to shoot this video. It's happening on this day or whatever. And then
It's like, great,
like,
we'll send
oh,
over the
great.
contract.
We'll send over the, but we've got to revise
then-
it because it's been
Yeah.
past
Yeah,
30 days.
yeah.
And then no response.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't want to throw anybody under the bus, but
No.
but it's
It's just like
That's
associations.
what happens,
Like,
yeah.
you know, we have a membership. You sign up. There's terms in that membership.
Yeah.
And then, you know, when it comes back around, and again, it is what you get out of it.
yeah.
You know, if you're not fully active in it, then just
Totally.
give us a call and let us
Yeah.
know that you want to freeze it, or you don't have to hide from us. We're not
Yeah.
going to send Vinny out there to
Right.
go get you.
Yeah.
We understand how it is.
Yeah.
And again, as a small
It's not
business
like the
owner,
old days.
yeah, the Delta is right around the corner. You know, but it's just communication and how you want to be treated.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
sometimes you just have to put that in a contract.
And to be fair, it's not just construction companies, of course.
No.
So we've had that happen with a lot of different companies. We're mainly talking about construction, but
Sure.
No, it happens everywhere.
exactly. It happens
happened
everywhere.
in the preschool, the daycare preschool that I had, and you know, I had to have a contract.
Oh,
Yeah.
goodness.
That's one of my
you do.
biggest advice to anyone that starts an in-home business, especially a daycare,
Yeah.
is make sure you have that contract dialed in.
Yeah.
I actually have an interesting question. For women who are wanting to start a business or get into being an entrepreneur, do you have any advice for them, or what would you
Do
say?
it. Just do it and choose your cheerleaders. Everybody's going to be a critic, especially being a mom, and that mom guilt. We already wear it. We don't need anybody to add to it. And just go for it. I've had to really push myself and explain to my family, like, hey, like I'm diving in here and it's deep and you're going to see me in 3 months, but I need you to understand that I need that extra support around the house, whether you order online, have food delivered, or you do grocery delivery, use your options, get a house cleaner, you know, make your life easier. Don't make it hard, but don't let that hold you up from really pursuing entrepreneurship, because it's something I just adore and I just wish I could do more of it. But I do have to realize, you know, there's only one Shannon.
There is only one Shannon.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
cheers to
Cheers
that.
to Shannon.
Cheers to Shannon.
I love that. Yeah, I really feel like denying someone the opportunity to be an entrepreneur is really denying them a part of being themselves, you know?
Mhm.
Just because being an entrepreneur, I feel, is a part of who you are.
Yeah.
If you have it, you have it, you know? And it's just
Starting
something
a
you have to
construction
do.
company.
Exactly.
I mean, in the situation that we were at, you know, Josh had just come out of a divorce. We had just got married. His divorce was lengthy. And we had a little one between us. He had 4 previous. I had 1 previous. Our lives changed. It changed quick due to certain circumstances, but we also were in our late 30s, so it was a little different. We weren't, you know, we had a little knowledge under our belt of understanding support, you know, not riding the tightrope of being irritated with each other, but definitely just really wanting to be each other's best friends and support, and having him come and say, hey, let's start a construction company, and not having any clue what I was diving into in the aspects of an underground construction company, because the, you know, opening up accounts, a lot of his accounts were open because of the relationships he had when he was with these other companies, and they took that risk with us. And we wouldn't be where we are today if it wasn't for those leaders within their companies that supported Josh and believed in Josh and knew Josh could do it and he would do it. You know, we started our company with $12,000 in my credit cards and a lot of freaking piss and vinegar, you know, just a lot of excitement, a lot of joy, a lot of like, we could do this. We were each other's cheerleaders. Sometimes we literally lived off of Reese's peanut butter cups from the gas station, you know, navigating through COVID. And, you know, our kids were home and we were gone. And that family support. So, you know, if you don't have the family support, that's why I say get that childcare support. Get your friends. Lean on your people. That's one thing that Josh and I both have a hard time, is leaning on our support, leaning on our people. But, you know, a true friendship is relying. I love when my friends ask me for help. I'm like, oh, they believe in me that I can help them. You know, so why aren't we doing that as well?
Yeah.
You know, and there was definitely some highs and lows, but, you know, just God really balanced us in our highs and lows, where if he was really having struggles, I was doing good enough that I could pick him up and let's go, and vice versa. So, you know, and just really looking at the bigger picture.
Yeah, the community aspect has really hit me lately, just as we're kind of, building our business as well. And when we joined the exchange, just what you had said to us a few different times about, what you put into it is what you're going to get out, or maybe the other way around, but
one of those
but and then you talking about the community aspect of the exchange, and then obviously here again, when you're starting a company or doing something that takes that much a time and effort, like you have to have the support of a community. I honestly lost track of where I was going with that, but
and the work stays the same, especially within your industry, but there's so much dynamics that go into it. The GCs, the subs, the weather, and working with each other, sharing each other's equipment. Like, hey, can you load some dirt over here? I mean, just, you embrace the different trades and the brother sisterhood out there.
Yeah.
You're going to function. Yeah. When you could tell when the tension's tight and the area is small and they're on top of each other. I mean, it's like, oh gosh, everybody stay in line, and everybody works together. But I feel like that's where the exchange, I saw you at the crab feed, or hey, you're human. Like, I don't have to beef you. Like, we can be friends.
I think that's what I was getting at, is just the importance of community, and like,
it is.
Yeah.
How helpful
you find out who your true friends are when you start a business. And you move.
Yeah, exactly.
You find out real quick.
Yeah, everybody's busy. No.
Vacation. Oh, really? For a month?
Yeah. Exactly.
And it's and that support, and you might not know how to ask, and you kind of learn through that community and the stories. I know Josh has had conversations with other business owners, and it makes him feel better.
Yeah.
Learning the contractual law or learning the struggles. Like, he's just you're not alone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm sure that it's like this for other people, but I know it's like this for us. Like, being an entrepreneur and running a company can be like a roller coaster mentally. It can feel like everything is great, and then all of a sudden everything is crap, and you're gonna lose everything.
And payroll is not getting paid.
Exactly.
You're definitely not paying yourself.
Yeah, exactly. So, again, good Lord, this wine is getting to my head.
That's all right, man. That's all right.
I was gonna say,
we got one more to go.
Yeah, we do have one more to go. I think that's
do
what
we
I
need
was
more
getting
water?
at.
No, because you haven't been drinking your water.
I have half a glass,
See?
which means I drank half a glass.
Oh, you stole mine. That was the other one.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Here you go. So what is this one? I forget.
Yeah, where are we at? Number 6?
Yeah, number 6.
The last one we had was ostentatious, and that was their, I'm not wearing my glasses, 2020 cab sav.
I could definitely tell it was a cab.
Yeah.
That's all I can tell you.
It was loud, which
I knew it was wine, so I was with
loud.
Yeah. Astute observation. Yeah.
Do you want quiet or loud wine?
Yeah.
some people like it loud.
I thought it was good. Yeah.
For our display. Cool. There it is. Yeah.
There it is.
Well, just thank you, Shannon, for the hospitality you've shown us from.
Yeah.
I mean, the
members come in. I want to hear your stories.
I know, but like even before we were members, like the way we got like connected is just so kind of, not to be cheesy, but kind of serendipitous. You know, like I reconnected with Steve, and then he told me he was part of the exchange. I'm like, oh, my dad was part of the exchange forever.
And I'm getting a message from your dad about, why is my son at the golf tournament? I'm not. I'm like, read your emails. Okay.
Yeah, he was.
Brookside, August 25th.
Hey. Here we go. Guys, if you're out there and you're watching this, go check out the Builders Exchange of San Joaquin. Shannon and the board, everyone involved is tremendous.
And my Linda.
Yes.
Linda Long.
Oh, Linda.
Cannot
forget Linda.
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 Yeah. Linda, we're both married to wives.
Yeah.
Separately.
Just to clear that up.
She's like more like bosom buddies, like your stepbrothers or something.
Yeah, we are.
You guys did dress alike today, so I mean.
It's unintentional.
Yeah.
Well, we knew we were going to wear the same shirt.
It's a uniform, you know? It's a
like the short color, like that's pretty dialed in.
That is, actually.
Yeah.
Same
there might
hat,
be
different
tapes
team.
when you're going to bed, and one of you is recording this situation.
I hope not. I sincerely hope not.
But no, again, the hospitality and
Yeah.
the outreach that you and thus the exchange showed us. Again, the community, like David was saying, that you guys are building, that I think, in our area is vital, because it's not just where we work. This is where we live. This all of our livelihoods are connected to how well each of our businesses do. And
amen.
when we come together and support each other, that's what gets me excited as an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
Is talking to people at the golf tournament, and they're like, "Oh my gosh, I was thinking about video. You guys do video? I'd love to get your card."
And
I'd love to
entrepreneurs, we try to do everything ourselves, and we have to realize there's a reason why there's people in their specialties, because they know what they're doing.
Absolutely.
And it's your niche. You guys are the jam.
Hey.
It's love at first sight.
It was, honestly.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for being on the podcast.
Absolutely.
You're an amazing first guest, and
Thank
we're
you.
excited to keep working with you and see where this
Me
thing
too.
goes.
Ditto.
Yeah.
Ditto.
All right.
See
y'all later.
High fives.
High fives. Thank you for watching this episode of The Valley Flight, brought to you by Mayday Creative. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on Instagram for more.